Hey guys, let's talk about the Dell laptop stuck on the logo screen. Here I'm gonna get into the boot menu, all right, by pressing the F12 key, and from there we're going to fix it, all right? So let me just turn on my computer here, and then before it boots up, you start pressing the F12 key, you see? It gets into this menu, all right? You just need to keep pushing until you see the menu, right? It's different for old devices. You're gonna see a different interface here. I'm using a new laptop. Here's the brand, right? Here's the model. And from here, you're gonna start checking some stuff, right? So here you have a diagnostic, so it can run a system test to identify any issues. And you can get here a tag that you can talk to Dell if necessary to make it work, right? But you can try also to fix it before talking to Dell. So here, let me just run the diagnostics. You see here, that takes a while. It's gonna check everything here. You see testing USB devices, webcams, and everything else. Something important as well before doing that is just remove everything that you have here. Let's say you have a thumb drive connected to a USB-C port or something. You just unplug everything before load your computer. And sometimes it just works, right? You just unplug everything to make sure nothing is preventing your system to boot, right? And if it doesn't work, then you come here to this menu by pressing F12, run the test here to see if it's good, and then you keep doing other stuff that I'm gonna show you here. Let's just wait for it to finish, and then you can continue from there. There we go. As you can see, all tests passed successfully, and you have a service tag here. So you can talk to Dell and give them this information if necessary. But here, let's just keep working. I'm just come here to exit. And again, you're gonna press F12 to get into the boot menu. There we go. All right. And now here you see there are different options. And the last one that I'm gonna use here is SupportAssist OS Recovery. Okay, you can leave this for later. And right now, you can just come back to the BIOS setup. And from there, you can have access to some other things that you can do, right? So here you have boot configuration. Just come here and make sure that you have this option enabled. Windows Boot Manager. This UEFI enable as well. This one. Okay, just take a look at this. Let me just see more options that you have here. There we go. Just keep this enable as well. Microsoft UEFI. Secure boot, you see here, deployed mode. Just make sure you have that way. And you're good to go here on the boot configuration. Then you can come here to storage. So here is important, okay? I've seen this a lot. Most of the time, this solves the problem. You see here that I have RAID on. That's the option for the storage. And you can just change here to AHCI, okay? /NVMe. This option works a lot. I've been talking to people that are trying to boot up the system. It was not working. Then they just changed it here and just save the configuration, apply the changes here. And when they reboot the computer, it worked, right? So just change it here and try and see if it works. Most of the time, this is gonna solve your problem. So leave your comments here if that works for you, all right? And you can also check here, more information. Here, everything looks good. So we're good to go. And then if it doesn't work, you need to restart your computer and see if it works, right? If it doesn't work, you come back here. You can come directly to the BIOS setup by pressing F2 instead of F12, right? When the system boot up. And you can come here to update and recovery. And here, just check if everything's checked like this. Everything looks good here, and you're good to go, okay? So, looks good. And you just restart. If it doesn't work, then you need to repair your computer. Back here to F12, pressing F12. There we go, the Dell logo. And Finally, if it doesn't work, you just come here to support OS recovery. There you go. You just need to wait for it to load. It's a system here that helps you to recover your computer. It's from Dell itself. Then from here, you're gonna need some information sometimes depending on what you're doing. There we go. So here have the Dell SupportAssist OS recovery. And here you have different options, right? The first one here is to scan the hardware. Then you can check if it's working good or not. Then you can repair. If you want to repair this, you need to use a BitLocker recovery key. That's the information. So you need to get this BitLocker recovery key from Dell's website. Okay, just go there, enter your computer serial number and everything else. If you have registered to you, you're gonna have the BitLocker key available to you. You just need to use it here. See, you need to sign into your Microsoft account and verify your identity. Sorry, it's not Dell, it's Microsoft, right? My bad here. Just check with the Microsoft to find the BitLocker key. That's for the Windows, right? Then you can copy the correct BitLocker recovery key for your device, paste the BitLocker, and you're good to go, right? That's for the recovery. I'm not going to recover right now. Let's just come back here. You can scan the hardware. So here, it just take a while. So 15 minutes, that's a lot. So just try this one to see if it works. If it doesn't, you're gonna see here the problem with your hardware, right? Let me just cancel because it takes a lot. And here you can back up your files. And you also need a BitLocker recovery key if you really need to back up your files before you try to fix your computer. If you don't, you can just come here and reset your computer. That's the last option that I use, but you can just come here and start resetting your computer, and it's gonna install the operating system again, from scratch, all right? So you're gonna have your computer working with Windows again. So super simple, right? But the option that I most advise you people to do is just change the boot sequence there from RAID to the option that have there, AHCI, okay? That works a lot. So that's the way you can fix the problem with the Dell laptop stuck on the screen logo, right? I hope this helps. Please subscribe to this channel, leave your thumbs up in your comments, and I see you in the next one.